snap, it's crackle, what a happy sound. You gotta have the happiest sound I found. You can snap, and stereo slap, but snap, crackle, makes the world go round.
What up, guys? I'm back, and today on the workbench I was going to roll through what it takes to go ahead and upgrade a PS5 controller with a set of Ginful TMR / Hall effect, I guess, like however you want to think of them. Basically the only difference is the type of sensor, but yeah, I've done a couple controllers with these analog sticks, and I really like the way they turn out. So what we're gonna do is, first of all, we're just going to set these aside and plug the joystick in, and we'll see what our starting point is here. Let's just get up and open this up and connect. Yes. Okay. So you can see here, this is our calibration software. It's very good. Looks like these sticks are fairly centered. I do pretty much just use this as my own personal joystick, so it should be not too bad. I don't get time to play too much. So anyway, let's check the circularity on this. So 7%, 5%. Okay. So that's our starting point. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so let's just dive in here. The first thing you're gonna need, you will need a decent small Phillips for this. Throw those off to the side there, and we'll need some other stuff as we get going here, but basically you want to get your fingernail or something underneath this back edge. This is where you can start to crack open the plastic here. Same with this guy. Just peel it back. Just gently lift up and pull off, and then that will reveal that. One other thing we're going to need is a plastic spudger. So to get the top buttons off, which will reveal the other screw that holds the controller together, I just pull this down, get this under here, and just kind of give it a rock, and just give it a kind of a twist, and it'll come up and out of there, just like that. Okay, so then there's like 4 screws. There's 2 here, and there's 2 here. So let's get rid of those. Anyway, okay, so we've got the 2 out the top, 2 out the side. So the next, I usually just start with this bottom corner here. I just kind of lift up. I want to release this little clip right there, and then spread it apart a little more and release the second clip, just like that. And then you can kind of pull on this side and just kind of keep popping it up until it falls away, just like that. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go ahead and remove the battery right here. Gently rock side to side and release. For the ribbon cables, I usually just use, honestly, my needle nose pliers. So I just grab on the little piece of plastic that's there and pull straight back on that one. Just try and go for the actual mylar pieces that are on the ribbon. And you just want to pull them up straight, and just keeping in mind that they're pretty fragile. Next thing, there's one screw that holds the battery tray down right here. Okay, Oh, we gotta take this off here. Just like so. Out of the way, where'd the screw go? There it is. Okay. Alright. Put this back in here. Pull this off. Okay, so now we've got all the ribbon cables released. We have one here released, the two sides, and then the microphone, and of course the little camera, which is disconnected. So the only thing holding this in here now is the little bit of wires. This is an earlier model, so it's only got two. The later models have 4 wires here. So just keep track of where those wires are. So you can put them back when we go to put it back together. Okay, so we'll just start here simply by, here, I'll come in a little more here. So we're gonna pull the red first. Does not want to sit down there, it's fine. Okay, so basically now that we've got that off of there, everything's loose, we can just grab the board, grab it by the USB and the microphone jack, and I just kind of gently rock it up and down. I have to come out of the thing for that, because that's capturing my sticks. So just gently rock it, make sure none of the ribbons are in your way. And ideally, just want to pull it straight back just like that. Usually what's going to happen is your center button is going to come out with the foam. So I'll just take it off and put it back in the same way that it came out. Just like that. Little foam usually sits off to the left there. Okay, so we're done with the main controller body as well. We can get that out of the way because all we care about is the board at this point. So I'm going to take the caps off, and you can see underneath reveals the Alps stock joystick that uses mechanical potentiometers to track the position of your joystick. So the reason why these things drift is because there's like a little metal finger in there and a little carbon pad that moves back and forth. Every time you go back and forth, up and down, those little sensors move, and there's a little wiper in there that's constantly going back and forth, and eventually it wears out, and it usually doesn't take very long. I'm not going to be using the hot air method today because there is a newer and better way to do this, and everybody that has a decent iron will be able to buy the version of the tip that they can put onto their iron, and it makes removal very, very much more easy. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of get that position just like that, and order the tip in all sorts of the major brands of irons. You won't be able to put this on like a $2.99 deal, but if you have a good iron, you can buy the adapter. And the thing that this is nice about is basically this fits directly over your controller pins. Okay, so let me actually get it down so you can see. It fits like flush. Okay, so because it heats up all pins at once, you leave it there and then you can pull it out. So I'm going to do it on camera here. Everybody can see me do it. But it makes this much simpler because you're not. I've done heating up. Like I've got a hot air station, so I've done it that way a million times. That's how I did it until I found this. Because this is just less stress on the board. You don't have to worry so much about the plastics. The foam in the middle always has a tendency to get damaged from hot air. Yeah, it makes your life a lot simpler. But like I said, that's specific to iron, so you have to find the iron match for that. A little bit of flux down just helps with everything. Just like so. Okay. Now that we got the flux on there, we'll grab that piece. And like you saw me do earlier, you just want to set it directly on top and just hold it there. And you're going for, like as square to the board as you can because you're trying to heat everything up at once. And you literally can just like pull it right out of there. It's super nice. Okay, I'm going to put this on here, same as before. So again, just right over top, hold it nice and flush and just let it sit. And it will literally pop right off of there. So all we're going to do from this point is, not get a bunch of crap on there. Okay. Just got to heat up each joint and boom. Grab the new sticks. One little precaution that I also like to take when I'm in here, just in case, just make sure you give that a clean while you're in here. It doesn't usually get hit, but it's just a good idea to make sure that's clean. That's how it hooks up to your game pads. So, okay, so this guy, basically, we're just gonna line it up and drop it in. Boom, like that. And boom, like that. Okay. So the big thing you want to look for is you want to make sure it's sitting flat. So you don't want to see any gaps down here at all. I'm just going to push under here with my fingers straight up, nice and even. A little bit of solder on the tip here. And hold. We're not going for a perfect solder joint here. This is just to hold it. Okay, so that one's in. This one's next. Hold. Boom. Okay, how's that look? Yeah, that's nice and flat. Perfect. Good. You want these to sit perfectly flat. Okay, so now that we've got that in there, we can okay. They're all in there. We're going to go ahead and clean up again. It's always good to clean all your work up. As you can see, perfect little teepees all the way. Nice shiny solder. That's Kester, by the way, so that's high-end solder. Okay, so now we're done with this part of it. So we can get that out of the way. Back the camera up a little bit. Okay, so we're basically ready to start reassembling this thing, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, it's plugged in. Went white light, which means it's pretty much ready to talk, which is good. We don't want this one, we want this one. Here, let me just adjust the camera. Okay. Back a little bit, and there we go. Okay. Oh, we're gonna connect. Wireless, boom. Okay, so this is how we're starting. Okay, so you can see our centers are off. Yeah, everything is kind of just willy-nilly right now, but main thing is everything is working. So just make sure you check everything for functionality. Obviously, I can't check the back button because it's still dead. So, well, it's not dead. I haven't put it back in there. So, okay. So now we're going to go and we're going to calibrate stick center. Yep. Top left, next. Top right, next. Bottom left, next. Bottom right, next. Okay, when we're done, you're going to see that it's going to put everything in the middle for us. So now it's nice and centered. I usually like to save once it's centered so I don't forget. And then we're going to calibrate stick range. So all you need to do here is rotate nice and slow. Rotate. Good. Okay, now should be good. Let's check our circularity. That is just a rough adjustment. You can get it more if you really want to spend the time. Could do some work on the left stick a little bit. Really, it doesn't matter. As long as you have the circle filled, that's all that really matters. You getting the corners better really doesn't make a whole heck of a difference to the PlayStation 5 or the computer for that matter. So at this, here, I'll just try to calibrate one more time, see if we can get it a bit better. Okay. Go. Yeah, that's better. Like I said, I could spend more time there, but as you can see, those sticks are good. Now these are now Hall Effect sticks, and they will never wear out ever again. And that is it for this one, guys. I will see you on the next one. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And hopefully that helped you guys. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. Do my best to get to them all. So until the next one, peace.